Hello, and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon cast from me, Rangru. And today we have another 1v1 from the Wargame Bootcamp Discord Hardened Tournament. And well, on the left hand side in the blue, we have, well, this is going to be a very fun name for me to pronounce, Riktor, playing as a Eurocore deck. And on the right hand side in the red, we have Artsofwar playing on Taunt deck. So we got two very popular meta decks. We're going to see AMX 10 Rasses, we're going to see stealth Yugoslavian tanks not being spotted. Well, we're probably not going to see that. But, yeah. So right off the bat, the Harrow rushing right on in and getting completely devastated, yeah. And yeah, it seems just to be a pretty big rush here from the center of March of War. With that stealth recon tank, which I'm going to pretend I didn't see. A whole bunch of mechanized infantry. Riktor has managed to get one squad of Legion 90s in there, can shoot long range of the arrows for a little bit before getting completely plastered. And damn, really not looking good for him. He has meant to set up the Milan F3 across the canal at least, so that can prove to be a bit helpful. Peace Shrine going in. I believe that just knocked out an M84 or T55. Yeah, the M84. T55s are still alive, so pretty good snipe here, but the main thing of Artsofwar has fantastic momentum right off the bat. I mean, he's pretty much going to secure his entire central location here. Riktor really doesn't have a whole lot here. He does have a decent amount of air power, of course. Using that KWS to keep the skies clear. A very nice early mechanized push here. I do love seeing this sort of play. And even managing to get across the river because those things do have amphibious traits, if I recall. Yes, they do. It's definitely very helpful on a map such as this. And he's actually going to start pushing pretty heavily into Bravo now. He has his special runs, spotting the remains Riktor's forces here. And this is fantastic. He's going to completely capture Bravo. I mean, we've got a Panther being brought in. Probably not going to be able to do too much, really. Maybe kill a light vehicle or two. And some more infantry. But the Mechanovas, are they going to get into the town in time? No, they're not. Panther is going to have something to say about that. Yeah, Artsofwar's just doing fabulous. He's got that +2 because he's got Charlie under control. Where Riktor doesn't even have Echo, which he's gonna have to spend a point to get a CV on. He really can't afford, or really anyone can afford to be losing by a +2 in a 1v1, just when it's so easily avoidable. Yeah, of course, that's going to be points not spent on the front line to try and regain his position. And he's mainly just buying lots of infantry, and he definitely does need it to secure Bravo and this little town area here to get back into Foxtrot. But he's also going to need some long-range firepower, really. Unfortunately for him, the BVPs are mostly out of ATGMs, and knocking out the T-84 definitely relieved a little bit of long-range pressure. It does have some mortars or light tanks, pretty much AMX 10s, just helping out with some long-range fire support. Would definitely be a good call. Oh, to be fair, the Babs do have those rather nice autocannons. Some Sashers down south, managing to catch these special runs. Have a little bit of an infantry fight here, as the Legion 90s are trying to get in. MI-17. You can get those rockets off, there's not going to be much of the Legion left. Unless Vab can get the kill. Yes, he does. 20mm autocannons coming in to save the day, but Legion's already taken quite a few casualties here. Now the Vab's getting in too close, they are going to get RPG'd. I did see some Commando Paras in a little bit of sneaky maneuver up north. Maybe Riktor can try and do something up in Gulf to try and relieve some pressure. I mean, probably wouldn't work too well. It's a decent amount of infantry in that choke point to hold him off. You need a decent force to push on through. We did manage to get these. How the hell did these guys get here? I didn't even notice yet. And so doesn't Artsofwar, it seems. So is he gonna get a CV snipe? I don't think so. Yeah, it's an M84 CV. He might be able to snipe some units coming out of spawn. It is recon, so it is gonna have that stealth trait, of course. And Legion 90 is surprisingly still alive. There are only 4 guys left. Going to be clearing through the forest of Bravo here, which at least gives him a bit of a foothold into his location. I'm really curious to see what his AMX tends to. You can just snipe things coming out of spawn. My Artsofwar's trying to put a little bit of pressure up north. He has the recon helicopters as well as the T-55 recon. Oh, he no longer has the recon helicopter, as we clearly see. Wiktor's Rainfield, perfect opportunity to strike. AMX-10 starting to engage, but River Command Tank as well as T... Oh, kills one T-55 recon, not bad. Will the second kill him? Stuck in the mud, but he shouldn't really care. He spots, well, he can clearly see the FOB, that's probably just for future reference. Peace Rain coming in, sniping another T-55 down. I mean, these are decent trades at least, nothing crazy per se, but it's definitely slowing down Artsofwar and forcing him to invest in trying to clear this up, and now he is going to run for the forest. It's probably just try to kill time as Artsofwar is trying to scrounge around. He's gonna think twice when he brings in a unit. As apparently the trees speak French, which is probably scarier than the trees speak in German. Or Vietnamese. Trees can speak a lot of things, really, depending on who's inside the forest. Bravo is still pretty well under control for Artsofwar. Too bad he can't get an ATGM troop over here just to try and knock out his supply line. Because if you just cover his bridge, it's pretty much it. And we got some rocket barrage, M270s firing array. Gonna be trying to get these mountain... I believe these are mountain troops. You can prove me if I'm wrong. Trying to batter that area before the Reamers come in. But, no real casualties, it seems. Oh, there we go, finally. People are dying. Main thing are panicked and stunned for the time being. The Mechanovas are going to be coming in to try and fort off this attack. We've got more Reamers coming around. This could go pretty well here for Riktor. Because once you capture these towns here, you pretty much secure Gulf. It's a very easy point to hold after that. Or at least he can trade for losing Bravo down south. And even then, he still has a good chance of retaking Bravo if he puts his mind to it. F4 getting the better of that engagement. L19 going to be hitting the ground in rather dramatic fashion. There we go, the rocket artillery. Didn't get a whole lot of kills, but just pinning down that entire force. Allowing the Reamers to pretty easily get up here. The Mechanovas are going to get spotted. It's a riff in one of the RPGs. There's a pretty crappy RPG at M57. Looks like a knockoff Panzerfaust. Or knockoff RPG too. It just doesn't look very good. But Artsofwar overall, I still say has pretty good map control. He has a very good hold on Foxtrot, and more importantly, the forest south of Foxtrot. And of course, he still has Bravo completely under his control. It could be a little bit more secure. He has a good defense in depth over here, but not so much in being able to prevent enemy forces from contesting the point. Which is ideally the best way to keep people off the point, is sniping them as they come across the bridge. Artsofwar has got some reinforcements up north, some more of these supposedly check mountain infantry. Once again, I don't know if I'm entirely correct in that assessment. Go lane palm bomber coming in, trying to even the score here. Forcing the units to scatter for just a little bit. Legion 90s are not having a good day yet, but we've got 2 laboratory ones. And this could go rather well here for Riktor. There's not a whole lot of heavy anti-tank here. If he can just clear on through, he's just going to make mincemeat of a lot of these Czech/Yugoslavian equipment. Spat trying to do his best, but failing. Mechanovas are going to come in, but their rocket launchers aren't going to do a whole lot against rather thick armor of Leopard 2s. Oh, maybe if you get a side or rear shot. M84 gets completely pounced. And he's going to pull back for now, as he definitely could use some infantry reinforcements. But yeah, it is one step in clearing the forest. But oh, here we go. That side shot coming in and knocking out a Leopard 201. Wasn't the best trade losing that Leopard 201 there. Now we got the drug, gonna be dragging it up. Smoke gonna drop in time? No, it doesn't matter. The drug does miss. Cassiope coming in for some close range fire support. Managing to finish off the Mechanovas. Yeah, Riktor, he was doing pretty good up north until he wasn't. And now Artsofwar is meant to regain a town position at least, a forward town position that is. And Riktor is going to be forced to bring in more infantry. He has quite a lot of base defense here. Like a whole lot of base defense. I believe these are just Sassuals. But still, he's definitely not going to get CV sniped. Speaking of back in Delta, the AMX-10 is, well, no longer present. Won't be doing any more sneaky plays. We're about 25 minutes into the match. Artsofwar still has pretty much map control. He has Foxtrot contested, Golf contested, and Bravo is completely under his control. So he's doing pretty good. I'd be curious to see if anyone decides to get another CV out and try to do a CV points race, so to speak. Artsofwar will definitely win that due to his map control. How the hell did these Reamers get here? I believe they sniped something. Blew something up with a rocket launcher. Pretty good position to be in, as they could potentially try and kill the enemy CV. There are only 3 guys left, it's maybe a little bit risky. Even then, they still have pretty damn good rocket launchers. So Foxtrot looking not as hot here for Artsofwar anymore. And all he has is one Mechanova left. With his mortar fire array, his infantry can probably come in and finish up the job. I think if Riktor can re-secure his forest here completely, and not get bombed by napalm bombers, because that's usually detrimental to one's health, that's going to shut down Nappers. If he can retake his forest, Joe, get, you know, the laboratory running here, a bit of infantry, he can really start thinking about securing Foxtrot completely again. Bravo, I don't think it's going to be as easy per se. But it still allows you to set up stuff in the forest and just shoot stuff, maneuvering around Bravo at least. There we go, we got the CV race roar coming in. Wiktor is going to be forced to bring in a CV onto Foxtrot. Surprised he's not going to be bringing that into Golf, as that's a bit more of a safer bet. Though to be fair, he can completely capture Foxtrot now, as there's really no enemy forces in here. Riktor's done a pretty good job of securing his center. He's moving AMX-10s to do a bit of cavalry charges. But we got a Hind, an MI-35. Must be 11 better than the MI-24, that's for sure. We'll have the Crow Tower nearby. I don't think it's going to have a long life expectancy. That's probably a Plamen. Yes, it's a Plamen. And the Plamen did Plamen things, which is completely stunning up everything in a massive zip code area. More napalm bombs are gonna, well, fall upon Riktor's head. Well, not his head, his units. He'll be fine. His units, not so much. I believe... Okay, did get out. WS coming in just a little bit too late. Another M270 barrage, but with nothing to really follow up his counterattack, it's going to be not yet useful. Really, those rocket barrages, you need to follow up an attack immediately after you get the units panicked and stunned, as we saw before with that Rima push. Oh, he is trying to snipe his Never mid. That would be a really good kill. Maybe as just a stray launcher. AMX-10 getting flanked here from some BVPs. Yeah, Artsofwar still in a pretty decent position. I mean, he can contest Golf, he has Bravo completely under control, and he has lost Foxtrot. It does seem that Riktor is going to be playing a bit heavier now into Bravo. A lot of infantry, a decent amount of armoured cars. Doesn't even need to really completely capture Bravo, he just needs to contest it, so to speak, because then he can have 2 contested points and then Foxtrot completely under control, to give him that nice +1, as he definitely could use it. There's still over 20 minutes left in the match. It's not a complete time crunch for Riktor to bring us back. But still, it's better to get that CV out now rather than later. And there we go, he's going to be bringing one up into Golf. We're going to prompt CV spawn from Artsofwar after that. It has got to its location. Leeds and 90s actually making pretty damn good progress up here. And not for too long as we got more Yugoslav infantry reinforcements. Riktor just needs like another squad of infantry, I think. Really secure us. He has a decent amount of fire support along the edges. Just not enough. The OT-64s and the OTM-60s. Actually, no. It's down to the Mechanovas now. Oh, the Spat coming in pretty clutch here. We got very good artillery strikes on the Mechanovas. Getting that stun run, he really needs it. As he's definitely outnumbered in terms of infantry. If this was Steel Division, those Mechanovas would have surrendered by now. But everyone in Wargames fight to the loss. I guess people in the 80s and 90s were more resilient. Concept of surrender disappeared from the human lexicon after 1962. But the Bravo push is starting to happen now. Recon infantry leading the way. Just enough fire support with the Fabs, I believe, will be enough to rout out Artsofwar infantry. That's a whole lot of smoke. Gonna be covering for the proletariats to move on in. Right below, I forgot, the Plamen can also shoot smoke, which is awesome. You never really see that being used, but as you can see, that is a lovely smoke barrage in such a short period of time. And you know how much I love smoking, guys. It's my favourite thing. In Wargame and Steel Division, at least. This is becoming a pretty interesting match. It feels like Riktor is starting to get the momentum in his favour now. He's got that +1 point advantage. He's really starting to lead some of these assaults. I feel like if he can completely capture Bravo, that would pretty much secure him the match. Unless something crazy happened. But I don't feel like Artsofwar is going to be making any pushes into Golf. As he could potentially try and counterattack and completely capture the Golf area. That'd be a pretty good move, as you can still play pretty nice in the forest in most of it. You get one Recon M84 to just snipe stuff coming along the road and just try to secure that village area. Because Artsofwar needs to start thinking about making a counter-attack happen somewhere. Oh, he's managed to capture an enemy supply truck. Is he... Are the Panzer mortars trying to blow him up? I guess you just paint a Yugoslavian flag on the side of it and make any German angry. Yeah, if he forces out to get killed, that's a pretty damn good trade. It probably would have been better if he just moved it back to his lines to resupply his own units. He definitely had the opportunity to do that, but still, denying the enemy supplies is probably something that Sun Tzu written down in blood in a book somewhere. There's some light skirmishing going on in Foxtrot. Another Plowman Barrage, not doing all that much this time. Oh, MiG-29 does go down. F4 coming in clutch. And the Bravo push is completely petered out. Artsofwar defense in depth here is definitely paying off. Riktor does have the opportunity to get a CV in the Bravo to contest it at least. At least something. If he does that, which actually would be a really good move. He could get a +2, but we are seeing the CV being brought into Gulf. So he definitely does need to do that even more, because then he can continue securing that lovely, lovely +1 point advantage. And who doesn't want a +1 point advantage? +2, I'd say, is even better, but you gotta take what you can get, you know? Just seeing constant nape. Yeah, with only 15 minutes or so left in the match. I mean, Riktor still needs to catch up by a decent amount of points. Definitely has the time to do so. Artsofwar, if he was to make something happen, like knock down his Foxtrot CV, some sort of disruption, he'd be in a good position. I'm actually quite surprised how far up Riktor put his P4 PC. Like, that's really close. He could really just put it back here and still get a cover benefit. Or even just up here as well. I guess this is asking to get killed by a sneaky infantry push. M270 firing and runs again. Really loves blowing up his village. I mean, the real estate value in that area has definitely plummeted in the last 20 minutes or so. Do like that sneaky T-55 sniping some of those AMXs. We're seeing 2 M84s being brought in. The Artsofwar's now trying some heavy armoured push. Try and secure Foxtrot here. Definitely a good place to do it. Hammond Strike gonna help finish off the Reamers. Seeing a bit of a helicopter play here. A Pirate, a Panther, and a Tiger all walk into Bravo. Or fly into Bravo, I should really say. What's he gonna do? There's no real dedicated anti-air here. You have a lot of autocannons, and then the forest fight that pretty much is anti-air. Plane does get shot down. Oh, the Slee's at 90. How did he get here? That's what I want to know. But he has a pretty good shot at actually sniping the enemy CV here. That would actually be a really good kill for Riktor. M84 took and one heavy casualty, that's from the plane from earlier. Peace-Rhine gonna get out? Or is it never gonna say never? Hope it does survive. Here comes Legion 90s coming in for the clutch snipe here. Definitely a very deserved kill. That just brings us back to a 0-0. E4. Oh, we got a CV into Foxtrot here, so yeah, everything's just bloody neutralized, and now he's gonna have to rush the CV into Bravo because there's only 10 minutes left. It is starting to get a little bit dicey here for Riktor. Artsofwar, if he can just get like a CV snipe and go from Foxtrot, and definitely buy him much needed time. Another Plum Barrage. And some pretty good hits here, but it's going to come down to the 281 and the M84. Either side being able to hit a broadside of a barn, it seems. A Super Gleb coming in, but Leopard 2 does back out in nick of time. And the Gleb does go down. Good sniper from the KWS. You'll see that CV being snuck into Bravo. Gonna get a nice +1. Is he... I don't think he's... Not point. Just barely outside it. Just move 5 meters to the north, buddy. He's trying to strike, I believe, knocks out the M84. Yes, it does. I have a tank-on-tank battle or any other aircraft, you know? Just like the GoPro. We are seeing a desperate CV being brought into Bravo here. There we go, Riktor getting that +1. Definitely going to be dicey now, considering there's only 9 minutes or so left. I mean, both sides, it's just going to come down to, I think, CV snipes. And there we go, we are going to be seeing that napalm bomb and a Leopard 1 kills it. Oh, wow. I think that's going to be it for Wiktor. He's going to need to spend more points again to that CV back into Foxtrot, which is what he's going to do. But the CV's going to be brought into Bravo. It's just going to be like a 2 to 3 minute delay before that Foxtrot CV gets recaptured. Which is 2 to 3 minutes too long at this point. Unless Riktor can do some crazy CV snipe of his own. Moving in Tiger 2, he's trying to snipe the Never, but you never try to fly right up to a Never. That's just asking for trouble. He's trying to CV snipe over here, but hey, I guess that P4 is in a rather sneaky position, as you wouldn't really expect it to be. Legion 90s making themselves known. I'm going to be seeing all the... Here we go, all the firepower being brought in to shut them down. In the infantry rush here, trying to kill that M84. That's just not gonna happen. No sirree. Peace Rhino, once again, never coming in clutch. Yugoslavian anti-aircraft nets is not something you want to fly over. And I think this is pretty much going to be it for Riktor. Oh no, Panther Rush. There's the CVs here, but the Panthers can't get the rockets on target. Oh yeah, they do. Finally getting that +1. But he's gonna need a +2 at this point. He's gonna vote another CV sniper. Got like a Pachota up north, managing to get into that sneaky spot. But hey, where's the CV? I can't find it, he says. Where could the CV be? I think the Harrow 2 is gonna figure it out shortly. That makes... Or maybe not. I think the P4 stayed hidden. Oh, no it didn't. No it didn't. It's probably gonna get bombed in just a second. By something. There's a MiG-29 still alive. I believe the MiG-29 is only like direct bomber aircraft. He did lose one and he only has 2 in the deck, so yeah, initial napalm strike really would have been better served up north. Just holding it off for a few seconds. We're just trying to snipe the CV, doesn't get any actual HP damage though. 3 minutes left, it's gonna get pretty tight. We're seeing that CV being brought into Bravo. Just to try to stop our points bleed for just a minute. Might be enough. Might just be enough. Oh, he spots the CV, but he's taking a whole lot of small arms fire out Tiger. Maybe he can crash into the CV and finish it off. You know, do one for the team, but no, he's just gonna crash into useless. How selfish. I always do love the last few minutes of a Wargame match where it just becomes desperately trying to kill commanders. Here we go, the MiG-29 coming in. That P4, is he gonna kill it? No, but he's gonna force it to evacuate for a little bit. But Artsofwar getting that +1 now. Back to a 0-0 because the P4 over here, or the command over here, has kept moving around here. But I think that's pretty much going to be game. Like, Riktor just so close to really getting that victory. There's a few CV snipes towards the end, and there we go. The Foxtrot run is going to go down. But yeah, I mean, Artsofwar initial push with that mechanized force, especially just contesting Bravo for so long, was such a good play. We don't see people really contest Bravo from this side all that heavily, and as you can see, it's such a key point to hold, and it can really make your life easy if you just dedicate a few resources, yeah. Yeah, just good trading between both players, and a really excellent match from both sides. I don't really have too many complaints. It was pretty neck on neck. Just, you know, try to secure out points bleed sooner rather than later. Because even just losing by 50 to 100 points early on in the match may not seem like much. But once we get to the last 10 minutes or so, it was 50 to 100 points. It can seem like 1,000 points, if we exaggerate a little bit. But pretty close in KD, only a 500 or so difference between both. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this replay. So, this has been another Rangaroo cast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as usual, please just take it easy.